Alright, so allows you the freedom to be independent and adventurous. Okay, so this is the card for adventure, but it is almost pre-adventure. This is just number 0. This is back to basics. This is back to what is adventure. This is back to the philosophy stage. What is adventure? What is a Zen master? Alright, what is a lovable companion? What comforts me? And what do I want embracing me, or who? What is sensuality? What is playfulness? What is independence? What is elegance? And, I am unmanageable because I am completely comfortable and familiar with my own sense of destiny and imagination. So this card is about imagination. This is before the planning, this is before the philosophy, this is before the assessment, this is before judgment. This is purely the spark of inspiration. All right, so let's read the dragon as well as also come up. Mystical powers. Emperor. So the Emperor is the strongest energy in the Tarot. So it's a number 4. It came up yesterday when I was doing a reading. I can never remember the title, so I'll just have to say the previous reading. This is about luck, cosmic chi, force of nature. So we had three cards which were represented the Empress. Okay, so I've got divine energy here. Scares off evil spirits. So the wondrous dragon represents the Emperor and often holds pearls of great price. So the pearl is there, the pearl of great price. This treasure grows to relieve the irritation of the invasive grit and symbolizes the rewards of suffering, becoming something precious and beautiful. Okay, irritation of invasive grit. Okay, so people could have been, being quite invasive, possibly. And you just keep putting your distance with this invasive energy. I'm not sure about symbolizes the rewards of suffering. Okay, so obviously there's nothing positive about suffering, but if you manage to get past a phase of difficulty, then you feel much the wiser. You feel like the wise sage because you've been through something devastating and a struggle. So the dragon can control nature's energy. So I'm getting, I've got Emperor here and I've got the downward triangle. So this is like the number 6. So I've got the feminine energy going downwards in a triangle, and then this actually represents the Emperor. So this is divine energy here. So whatever it is that's happening, where you're becoming independent, you're unfollowing people, changing your mind about who your allies are, what your ambition are, and going back to the basic drawing board, right? It's meant to happen. It's divine intervention. So the intrinsic power we uncover in meditation is a power no one can give to us, and no one can take it away from us. The power of self-existing wakefulness. Okay, someone may have woken up here. Getting a real unwoke vibe here. Alright, so let's just take a few quick clarifiers. So I got the owl inverted, which I got out last night in the moonlight. So the owl is, can see all sides and is a wise messenger, but it's inverted. So I'm getting the feeling that lately you just haven't been able to see all sides, and I don't know if it's because of this sort of tower moment, divine energy, but just to say that the owl is a very, very important messenger, and for some reason you don't seem to have got a certain piece of information which could have been vital, or someone didn't receive a vital piece of information about you. Okay, things are on the up. I've got temperance on the bottom, so things are evening out. So we've had a lot of bunky 5 and 8 energy over the last, could even be like 2 or 3 months, but we're getting through. So this is 10, 15, 16, this is number 7. Yeah, we're getting through. There's something to do with, it is like a spiritual ascension. I don't like to use that word too much because I'm not like shaman. I don't know about spiritual ascension, but I'm getting the feeling that whatever it is that you're moving towards is appealing on a soulful level, on a deeper soulful level, where we're not just thinking about ourselves. Yeah, something here is completely fortified. Definitely moving towards something that is fortified. You may have turned down an offer because secrets have come out or information has come out that you didn't think that the offer seemed worthwhile. But this can also be a new path. You may not have taken the new path. You may have been offered something which would have taken you somewhere else. But so that's 5, 15, 16, 17, 18, number 9. Yeah, something's intervened here. This is divine intervention here. Something has maybe hindered, or a happy accident serendipitously taken you on a different path, or stopped you from going on a path which you were not meant to go on. Yeah, I've got that trickery vibe here again. So that's the same card as the challenges. So that's an ally. See, you may have a new ally, or you may have unfollowed someone. So that's the trickery that came out before. Yeah, you may have had to unfollow someone and go back to the drawing board because something just didn't feel right. I think you're too independent to get sucked in by, what would you call it? Like chonkies, con men, shysters. Yeah? That's another word. Snake oil. Snake oil salesman. You're not silly enough. Alright, so someone here has either doesn't want to go back to the past, doesn't want to raise things from the dead in the past, they're done over with, or someone here can't look at themselves. It's not you. I don't think it's you. Could be someone that you're dealing with that just can't look beyond their own ego. Yeah. Okay, I might just take one. Oh, 3 aces. Interesting. I'll have to look that up because I've got one inverted. Yeah, I've got one inverted. I haven't got my book here, but something's being done about this discomfort to do with some beginning. I've got pretty much got 4 aces here. Yeah, and the Fool. So I've got one. This is the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Fool card. So yeah, there's something happening in universal divine energy, because this is masculine and feminine, that is that we've not really seen before. So I've got 4 aces here and the Fool. So I'm not going to go inside and get my book. I'm just going to finish this because I've got to go out. I'm just going to finish this and I'll write it in the comments what this could mean, these 4 aces and the Fool. But obviously this is going into something that is, completely not the norm. Yeah. I'm getting the sense that maybe, oh, here we go, I've got one already. Yeah, the bee. So the bee fertilizes. So on the bottom I've got the kingfisher. We had that before. There's no reversals in this deck. I had that come up my last reading, the kingfisher and the swan. Kingfisher and the swan, and A lot of birds came up. The heron, kingfisher, the swan. There was a confirmation, a hummingbird. Yeah, a lot of birds came out. But the white raven, albino raven, is rare. There's something rare about this opportunity. Something quite rare. Alright, so just have a quick look at the bee. This is called the honeybee. So honeybee is very much like God is the earthworm energy, because without them we can't fertilise crops like coffee. You know, there's a lot of crops that can't be grown without the bee's fertilisation. So after much diligence, the honeybee finally reaps the sweetest harvest. Okay, so the honeybee really works hard to just get a small amount of honey. So it just pollinates and pollinates and pollinates, goes to plant to plant to plant, you know, collecting the nectar, cross-pollinating while it's doing it, because it's such a vital part of the ecosystem. They are connected and attuned to the slow, ever-moving cycles of nature and time. The bee needs to move through many steps and stages before their efforts in the wildflower fields bring the joyful harvest of honey. Yeah, so they go through many, many stages, much effort in order to reap the reward. So you might be the kind of person that just works your ass off all the time, and you're just wondering where that reward is. This new beginning could be a kind of different sort of project, place, connection, situationship, where you actually get to reap your rewards a lot sooner than what this honey bee energy is saying. So as the 12th rune, Jera, speaks of the yearly cycles of tilling, sowing, reaping, it awaits the slow arrival of change with patience, planning and hard work. Alright, so this is very much like this energy. Patience, planning and hard work. And we also had the temperance on the bottom as well. Patience, planning and hard work. Okay, so you've worked really hard to get where you are. It's been a long and arduous journey, but you're finally breaking through as far as I can see here. Yeah, because you remain ambitious, and you've got 4 aces plus the 4. You've got balance, masculine, feminine here. It's quite rare in order to get that balance in a reading. So this is fruition. Something's come to fruition. Something's balancing out. Something's become a bit more abundant. Cycles and rhythm are harmonising. So you reap what you sow, but are you sowing the future you want? Okay, so this is about really going back to the drawing board. What are you sowing? You know, who are you hanging out with? Who are you spending your time with? Who, you know, what are you saying to, you know, yourself, your little ones, your dependents? What are you saying? What are you investing in? And is it what you want in the long haul? So I'm getting to really revise your plan energy here. Is the timing right? So I'm not sure it's calling you to pause for a moment. Yeah, pause, contemplate, pause. So Jera has a steady and joyous energy, and it calls you to pause for a moment and pay attention. You will reap what you sow, but are you sowing what you wish to harvest? Indicates a total and happy completion with the promise that your reward is coming. Alright, so beautiful Jera is wonderful to work with during the blossoming cycle of conception, pregnancy or birth. Write this rune in honey on your belly before a pampering flower-infused bath. Okay, so yeah, there's something definitely blossoming here. So I've got the rune of fertility here. I've got the full, which is the beginning of the Tarochi cycle. I've got 4 aces here. So something, you know, I've got fertilization, these are the cross-pollination. Yeah, something is brewing here. Alright, so I'm going to have to leave it there. Everything in life is measured, can be measured. Or at least I think it can. In divine hertz frequency. Everything. Yeah, I just said everything and then I'm just thinking this card. Everything. All. Everything. If you think about everything, if you think about absolutely everything, then you get really stunted. You know, like you just like go, like, is it like this, like the one where you're out in the field. If you actually think about it, everything, absolutely everything, then there's not much room for anything else. And that's what Rumi said. Yeah. Seahorse. I'm pretty sure I promised to do a seahorse reading all on its own. Alright, well, I think we'll do that. I think I'll just set up just to do a seahorse reading, because I know I've been promising to do that for a while. So seahorses pair up for life. Very serious creature. For life. I'll have a look at these two when you want to check out my bonus when I post it. So, welcome back any returning subscribers, and welcome new subscribers. I do completely prejudice-free readings. They're not for anyone. They're not for any zodiac. I'm not a follower of zodiac. You know, I do not follow to a... You're going to get a different sense of electromagnetic energy than somebody that is... Something's been released here. Than somebody that is on the north side of the pole facing the sun. That's the only difference. We're all living in the Milky Way galaxy, and we're all traveling around the universe at Earth's turning, possibly up to 1,000 miles an hour. We're all experiencing the same gravity. We're all receiving daily blessings from the same solar celestial, sort of magnitude. We're all exposed to the same magnitude. But we have free will to decide what we're going to do. So it doesn't really matter what constellation you're born. It doesn't really matter. Okay, there may have been a few financial difficulties. It sort of says here that you're moving beyond the stagnation here. Whatever it is that's stagnated, you're definitely moving beyond it here. Getting new offers coming in. Alright, I'll leave it there. So I will be moving on with just a quick rune clarification. Yeah, we're definitely moving on from this Eight of Swords, this confusion, this bound to systems, institutions, people, places, parasites. You're just letting go of that. It's like, it's not conducive to your plan. You're way too independent. You're way too intelligent. Emotional intelligence is basically just as valuable as IQ. So that's what I think. Alright, and just to leave with you now, a number 6 staff. Alright, so I've got here the double helix. Yeah, there's something definitely deep-seated going on. See how there's the double helix there? Yeah, the double helix makes up everything. It makes up our DNA. It's the kundalini, it's the solar heat, which basically grows all our food and keeps us warm. It is primal. So I'm getting a real primal transmutation here with all these aces and the Fool card. So something's happening which is much bigger than ourselves. So don't think it's you. It's not you. It's not you. It's, the Earth is an entity. The universe is a clock. But at the end of the day, this helix, this double helix, is the primal structure of all living beings. Alright? So I think that's the overall message. Is that we're all of the same